let's just all take a moment at the start of today's video to breathe in and breathe out. Just taking this moment with the sun shining into my bathroom, feeling absolutely stunning, although it's not the best for filming, so let me just switch you up a little bit. There we go. I hope you're all well. Welcome back to my channel and of course to another video. I hope it's sunny where you are today. Who knows if it's gonna last? We never know with British summer, do we? But I'm starting my day this morning in my bathroom, as you can tell, and I have very excitingly collaborated today with Suri on today's video. One pet peeve of mine, a huge pet peeve of mine actually, if I'm being completely honest with you, and particularly a pet peeve regarding to brushing my teeth, was the mess. Toothpaste smudges on the sink, chunky, ugly looking brushes that don't even look nice, and don't get me started on the batteries of my old electric toothbrushes. I swear I was charging it more than my phone. And honestly, most of them just felt wasteful. That plastic, the bulky designs, the Bluetooth apps that you get as additional add-ons. Who actually uses any kind of like a Bluetooth app add-on with their toothbrush? I don't think any of us have ever used them. And I have found over the years that my toothbrushes, the electric toothbrushes that I have been buying, have only lasted a year or two before like the batteries died or they break. And it always felt like a bit of a compromise until you can actually just see this little guy here in the corner, until Suri was introduced to my routine. Here's the brand, S-U-R-I, Suri, and that actually stands for Sustainable Rituals. So yeah, this little guy has been a bit of a game changer for me. Also comes with this magnetic mount, which is very convenient. So that's the first thing. We all know I like my aesthetics, and this actually looks good in situ with my other products on my sink. You can attach the mount to the mirror as well. I actually just have it on my tile splashback, which seems to work fine for me. But the toothbrush itself is got like a slim aluminium body. They do have different colours. Of course I went for this one, and Tom actually now has one. He has the Midnight Black. So you just simply store it on the magnetic mount, which means no little pools and puddles of dirty toothpaste water on your sink. And despite being super slim and light, it is very powerful whilst also being gentle on your teeth. I spoke to my dentist recently and he was saying that I am brushing too hard. You just let the electric toothbrush do all the work for you. So this, like I said, is more gentle on my gums. It is sonic, so it gets really in between the teeth. And the best part as well, the fact that the battery life, or one of the best parts I should say, is good for over 40 days. I'd say the other benefit as well that sold me to this brand was this little travel case that you get. Very easy to charge. I'm not having to use anything other than my phone charger, which is the same USB-C connector here. This case is so special because it is great obviously for travel, but it also has this little button here that has UVC cleaning built in. Also the toothbrush heads are plant-based and totally recyclable, so instead of adding to landfill, you do also get these. I've saved one here just to show you, but they send you these little pouches which is just a simple free post to be able to recycle your heads. Yeah, it's a product that's really been thought through, and not only from how it looks but also to how it works, and arguably most importantly how little impact it makes. I do also have a discount code, FreyaF will get you 20% off. I'll leave a link to them in the description box below along with that discount code for you to refer back to. So thanks to Suri for working with me on today's video. Right, this light, it's just like the sun beaming in here is just like beaming this top, making it really white. Anyway, let's get on with the rest of today. I'm gonna head downstairs. I might pop out to the shops. I need to pick up a couple of like household top-ups, so I might just take you guys with me. I've just remembered I've got a couple of PR bits that arrived that I thought I was going to show you. In fact, they're actually all downstairs apart from this one, so I thought I would show you this one here first from Six Stories. Now, I didn't know this was coming. They very kindly sent me a dress from what will be on their website. I'm not sure if it's already live or not. They've sent it in a UK 10, which is perfect, and it is this gorgeous dress. Now I have a wedding coming up. Let me lower you down for a sec so that you can see it full length. I have a wedding coming up in July that I think I might check with the bride to make sure the bridesmaids aren't wearing pink. So there's something about going to a wedding that I can't stand the thought of turning up in the same colour as the bridesmaids. Can you imagine? I am going to be a bridesmaid next year, but I think, are going to be wearing black again, which I know I wore black last year for my brother's wedding. I feel like black tie weddings are the thing at the moment, and plus I feel like all the photos of a black tie wedding are just so classic, and they're going to just look so good for years and years and years to look back on. There's going to be like no regrets. Really like chic, love it. Anyway, this dress I may possibly wear, like I said, if bridesmaids aren't in baby pink, then because obviously 6 Stories, they do a lot of, like, I would say bridal, bridesmaid type dresses. That these are, I mean, this is floor length, it is to the floor, zipper at the side, and it's got like a little twist. In fact, should I try it on? Let me try it on so you can see what it actually looks like on me. Just bear in mind that I've not fake tanned. So here you go, you can see how floor length it is. I'm on my tiptoes here. So definitely want to be worn with heels. But how pretty is this, like, twisted asymmetric design? I really like it. I think it's really flattering, the way that it's got this gathered waist here. Beautiful shade of pink as well, really, really pretty. Is it too light to be worn as a wedding guest dress? I don't think so. Let me know what you think. It is obviously pink, so there's no denying the fact that it is pink. Anyway, regardless, a nice summer ball, summer occasion, christening. It's just, even on holiday, like, as a nice evening dress would be so, so pretty. So yes, this is the first PR item that I wanted to show you. Thank you to 6 Stories for sending me this. Very unexpected, but what a lovely surprise. Right, I'll show you the other bits. They're downstairs. I'll get changed first. We had to have a bit of a freezer clear out the other day because, I mean, our freezer here is jam-packed. You know when you just put things on top of things on top of things and you think, I'm not even using half the stuff in here. So we had a good clear out. Hopefully it's fixed the issue, because I think it was so jam-packed the ice machine wasn't working. Okay, good. We're back up and running. That was the issue. Thank goodness for that. I was thinking, please, not another issue like we had the other day. I had to have someone come out and fix our washing machine because something got stuck and it wasn't working, and I had a few days of, like, not being able to do any washing, which is just a palaver. Anyway, just taking my vitamins of the day. I've already had my collagen. I like ashwagandha, and I also like to take magnesium at night time. Oh, I'm such an ice cold water person. The colder the better. I usually have my Stanley, but I was just looking around for it and I couldn't see it, so I think I've left it upstairs, so I'll have to go and get that in a sec. Anyway, let me take you through to the other room where I'm going to show you some of the other, oh, we've gone dark, some of the other PR bits. I don't always show PR, but the fact that these all kind of like arrived at the same time, I was like, you know what, I've got a bit of a haul going on here, so I thought I might as well sit down and show you them. The big box at the bottom is from Kilner, and you guys know how much I talk about my Kilner jars that I love for in my pantry. So first up, we've got this from Lana Lips. Lana Lips is a lovely, if you've not used it, they do really nice lip treatments, lip oils. I feel like I need to bring you in a little bit closer. Oops. In fact, you know what? I always find PR boxings easier sat on the floor. So let's just crouch down here for a sec. That's better. I don't know why, I'm just so much more comfortable sat on the floor. I'm such a on the floor person. You know, if you go to people's houses and there's not enough room on the sofa, I'm first to say, I don't mind sitting on the floor. Anyway, Lana Lips, they've got this new flavour, banana cream pie. I don't know what to think of that. Let me give it a little sniff. They've also sent me the vanilla, just a classic. But this is, yeah, really good for hydrating your lips. It's kind of almost like as thick enough to be like a lip mask. Now, I do already have a bit of lip product on, but we'll just go on over the top if it's not a colour. It's quite thick, so when it comes out, I'll show you. Can you see it's quite a thick balm, like I say, ointment. That is wow, I wasn't sure if I'd like that. I thought banana, it's sweet. It's like, now what does that remind me of? Do you know what that reminds me of? who remembers, and I don't know why because I don't think they're banana at all, but who remembers Golden Nuggets, the cereal Golden Nuggets? Is that what they were called? Oh my goodness, that has just unlocked a childhood memory because I used to have those all the time. Whenever you guys ask me for like my regular lip combo, I'm such a creature of habit when I tend to just honestly go for a lip liner. Hay fever. I can't help but have all the windows and doors open. I know I shouldn't, but when it's hot and I need some fresh air, but it's not helping. Anyway, as I was saying, what was I saying? What was I saying? Yes, I tend to wear a lip liner. I used to always wear Boots number 7 lip liner. I think they call it lip pencil in nude. But since discovering Charlotte Tilbury's iconic nude, I do prefer that one. The only thing I don't prefer is the fact that you have to sharpen it. Whereas number 7, you just twist it. It's a lot easier. But yeah, I do that and then I just go in with like a lip balm usually. So that one would be a prime example of throw a liner lips on top and good to go. Next up, I love this. Whenever I see a brown, colourblind, a black, Barney's not in the house and I swear I just saw a shadow here. Like as if a little cat just walked past. Okay, freaking myself out. Black bag like this is usually from Jo Malone, or quite often from Jo Malone. There's a few PR companies that I recognise the parcels of, and this is in collaboration that they've done with Little Green Paints. They did invite me to an event in town but I couldn't make it, but they still offered to send me this anyway, which is very kind of them. Let's see if they have, I think it's in this one, yeah. They have this really dark green colour. It's called Invisible Green, and this is the shade that we went for our kitchen island when we got it from DIY Kitchens, which you can have a bespoke colour. I saw that colour in, I think it was John Lewis, I saw it and I was like, oh, that's the colour of the island. So they have a few different candles and they have sent me the Lavender and Moonflower. I love this scent for the bedroom, and they've also sent, very cute with the little PR parcel, a little green paintbrush and sample pots in the colour Bone China Blue, which is the colour they've collaborated on for this candle. It smells insane. I can already smell it, not even need to open the box. But this is the colour of the candle. Oh, gorgeous. You guys know I'm loving this like baby blue at the minute anyway. But this in our bedroom is going to be so nice. Lavender and Moonflower. I think, if I remember rightly, they do a room spray or a pillow mist of some kind in that scent. Had in the past in our bedroom, used it all up, but have loved it for in the bedroom, so I'm going to put this in our bedroom, or maybe even the spare bedroom. It'd be quite nice. We've teamed up with the British paint and wallpaper brand Little Green, I didn't know they did wallpaper, to decorate our beloved Lavender and Moonflower scented candle. Light your candle and fill the room with the serene light floral scent to complement a tranquil and unwinding mood. Wallpaper, Ditzy Block Bone China Blue. Oh, that's this, obviously. And paint colour Bone China Blue. So yeah, thank you so much, Jo Malone, for sending that over. Next up, we have a parcel from NYX Cosmetics. And they have sent over a selection of their newness and their icons. I've seen this on TikTok, people talking about this. So it's one of their cult classics, obviously our icons, one of their trusty faves. That's probably why I've seen it on TikTok, a bit of a viral one. It's called Face Glue, which is a gripping primer, but they've also got a face glue setting spray, and it really does look like old school days. If you remember putting it on in a thin layer on your hands and then peeling it off. Why was that so satisfying? Also sent over their Duck Plumping Lip Liner. Oh, I've never heard of that before. A lip liner that actually plumps as well. I will give those a try and let you know how I get on. They've sent Pink Jackson and Nude Flip. And then they've also sent the Brow Glue. In fact, I'll try a little bit of this now because I noticed my brows were looking a bit unruly earlier. And I don't think I put enough brow. Well, in fact, I put brow product on, but I don't think I put my brow fixer on. which is usually the got-to-be one I use. So this is, oh, it's tiny little pot. I'm just using the viewfinder here. So, oh, tiny little brush as well. Very precise. Sorry for the up close and personal. Yeah, I can tell with the consistency. This is quite, it's gonna stay in place. Nice. I'll give those a proper try with an actual mirror and try them out maybe tomorrow. Oh, let you know how I get on. And then newness, they've sent over some new bits to try. This fat oil chills. Look at those colours. Why does that look like a shot that I used to take whilst at uni on nights out that you used to get for like 90p? 90p nights. Any Manchester people, we used to go to Entourage on Monday nights in the, what's it called, that little, not arcade area, but where the cinema is. Oh, what's it called? Let me shout Tom. I feel like Tom will remember. He's on the top floor and it's far too much effort to go up there. What was it called? Let me see if he's on the phone. I'll try and call him. I bet he's on a work call though, to be fair.
Your call has been...
He's on the phone. Let me message him. What is the name of that place in Manchester where Entourage, cinema, Chiquitos, etc. used to be? I'll see if he remembers. Anyway, yeah, that's what that's just taking me back to. And then they've also sent a couple of Buttermelt highlighter and this one, which these, okay, they're both called Buttermelt highlighters. This is the shade Butter Than Gold and this one is You Butter Work. I'm really intrigued to try out the face glue primer because I have, like I said, seen and heard good things. Right, moving on to the Kilner box now. Let's hope, fingers crossed, nothing's broken because you never know when the glass is sent in the mail. It feels very well packaged though. So some of these you'll have seen before. Classic. This is literally my pantry is like filled with these Kilner jars. I like the wooden lidded ones, but they also do plain glass lidded ones. This is the smaller one. I think they've got a couple of sizes. And okay, they've sent, by the looks of things, a full range of these like glass Tupperwares. Glass is best, made to last, reuse, refill, recycle. Oh, Tom's got back to me. Printworks, yeah, that was it. I bet anyone from Manchester was just screaming at me then. And then, oh wow, look at the size of that. That'll be good for pastas. Oh cute, they've got little spice jars as well. There's some spare spice. So we have a lot of spice jars with wooden lids already in my spice racks on the inside of our larder unit. But we have quite a few down underneath that aren't decanted and that won't fit in those doors, that are more, like Tom's brought them back from like his trip to India, so we don't use them. They're not like regularly used. So I will decant all of those into these. This size, we've literally got a full range here sat in front of me. The last one, and then there's also a box in here. Ooh, another one of my favorites. Yeah, this I think is the larger one of the two. They always look a little bit cloudy when you first get them. Just run them through the wash and they go really clear. Let's get these bits and bobs in the kitchen. In fact, I'll give all these Kilner jars, I'll put them through the wash, load them up in the dishwasher. And then I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do the rest of this afternoon. What are you singing? No, but it sounds like round, round, baby, round, round, baby, round. So it's not sugar based.
Definitely not sugar based.
I'm thinking you were made for me. Isn't it my birthday yet? Cause I gotta say, you're looking like a gift for me. Wrapped up message.
On that note, now that we've had a little discotheque, I remember the days of going to the disco at school when you were younger. I'll never forget our disco. I think I've told this story before. Our school was having a disco and we had nail artists come in doing all like fun nail art on our nails. We had probably like hair mascara, blue or pink hair mascara, and I was so excited to get ready and go to this disco. And I'd been promised a dance by my school crush. We were about 11 or 12, and this boy, I was like, wait for it, like first dance, and he was gonna make me his girlfriend at that age, all of this. And then I had the teacher come upstairs, and there was a couple of us that got told off and said as punishment we weren't allowed to go to the disco. I think we'd drawn a moustache on one of the girls' posters. She had a Johnny Wilkinson poster. We drew a moustache on it, which is vandalism, it's wrong. We got punished for it, therefore we weren't allowed to go to the disco. We were ready to go and we weren't allowed. And then after that disco, I found out that my school crush, who'd promised me a dance, had become boyfriend and girlfriend with the girl that bullied me. So that wasn't a great day. It will teach me never to vandalise someone's poster again. I'll show you just in case you haven't seen my pantry. And this is where I have a lot of my Kilner jars. Yeah, it's just like a bit of an insight into what our larder unit looks like with our spice jars up here. We have lots of like the bigger jars at the top with oats and flour and sugar, and then lots of our little seeds and nuts that we like to use for our like yogurt bowls that we have for breakfast. And the most important Kilner jar, the cookie jar, which is looking pretty empty. We could definitely do with a top up in here of some more biscuits. I'm gonna go and pick up Barney. He's had a half day in daycare, but I think I'm gonna go via Home Bargains because I've not been there in a while. Oh, the door's a bit stiff. And yeah, just have a little mooch, have a quick peruse, then pick up Barney and bring him back home. These are good. I've just seen that they do these hydrangeas outside the front for only $9.99, half price, usually $19.99. They've got purple, pink, like a lighter pink, white, but that's a lot cheaper than what you'd find like at the garden centre. I've seen people talking about these on social media saying that they're really good, these Dubai room air fragrances. I managed to find an oud one, so I've put that in the basket, but they've got a few other ones as well, and they are $2.29. Speaking of Dubai, they've definitely jumped on the bandwagon with the Dubai style chocolate. They've got this little pistachio one. I might try these little mini Dubai style cones with the chocolate and the pistachio in. And they've also got these pralines as well, which look really yummy. I know these designer fragrances do cleaning products, but it looks like they're doing body care now as well with the body wash. They have some gorgeous clips. I know these were super popular last summer, but they've got these like trio of flowers, the pink, the purple, the yellow. They've also got the bows, which I know loads of people are still loving the bows. These are 99p each. Even just clipped onto like your cozy or your sarong or something on holiday, so that you've always got a hair clip to hand. Got these bracelets. They've got the evil eye, and then they've also got the crystal bracelets. I think these are my favourite. They've got the purple and the rose quartz. What's the purple one? Amethyst with calmness and peace. And then they've also got these like more friendship bracelets, which I feel like are a bit younger, but it's really pretty. I think these are definitely dupes of the Mario Badescu's, which I used to use all the time. Was it cucumber? I can't remember, but that looks very similar. The little face mists. Oh yeah, cucumber, green tea and aloe. They've also got lotus, chamomile and aloe, and rose water and watermelon. I know Tom really likes this brand of gels for when he's doing his long runs, so I might just get him a couple. They're on offer 2 for £1.50. A couple of flavours. We've got raspberry and tropical. Then they've also got a big box of cherry ones. Just in the garden section, they've got these earthed range, the outdoor edit, citronella candles, and they come in this kind of like terracotta Aztec-y type pot, which obviously you could reuse as a little plant pot once it's burnt out, and that is $4.99. They've also got a citronella diffuser, good again for outdoor. There's a couple of floras here that I've not, in fact I think I have tried this one, Flower Shop, but it is quite floral, but I've never seen this one before, so I don't know. I'm assuming this is new. It says limited edition. Golden Sands. Let's have a look. It says golden floral bouquet of frangipani neroli wrapped in a warm coconut and vanilla blossom base. So I think if you like florals, that could be a nice one. For some reason, I feel like hot honey has become a bit of a trend. Really nice on pizza. These are on sale for $2.89. Now, I don't actually need these because I did pick them up from the supermarket the other day, but they have 2 new flavors of these naked bars, which I really like. The apple and cinnamon, so good. They also do the raspberry and strawberry as well. They've not got many. They've only got 2 packs, but these regeneration like recycled glass, really chunky glass. I loved the look of these, and I've just seen they're actually on, well, they're reduced. Their RRP is £18, $1.99 from Home Bargains. However, like I said, there are only 4, so it's not like a huge set, but yeah, what a steal. Oh, I've just spotted some more as well. They've got some of the cork lidded jars as well. Again, look, retail price $24.99 down to $3.99 if I actually show you. There you go. And then these smaller ones are $18 down to $1.99 and $15 down to $1.49. So really nice saving to be had with this brand. I've never heard of it before, but it's obviously just end of line, or I don't know, stock that they just need to get rid of. So I don't need any jars personally. I do really like these glasses though, I will say that. These are my favourite, but I just don't need them.
Get in my way now, don't be shy. We'll be here dancing day and night. Get in my groove now, don't be shy.
I've not seen these before. From this lifestyle edit that they seem to be doing here. These 2-pack of placemats, like a really nice texture to those. I will say this is quite a small Home Bargains. I just don't think we've got any really good big ones. Well, I'm yet to discover them anyway. South Manchester. They also have these Dubai style cookies with a pistachio cream. However, these for me are the winners for their biscuit section. It is identical, I'm not even kidding you, to the M&S ones. I've tried both. You guys know I love my M&S chocolatey coated custard creams, but these are so similar that it's to be fair, they're only about, I think they're £1 less. So got Tim Tams here. I just had a bit of a throwback. When I used to live in France, I used to eat these all the time. They're so delicious. I've never seen them in England before, but they're from the President brand, the French brand, and they are so yum. Definitely try these if you haven't already. Right, let's go pick up my baby boy from daycare. It's literally like sending your child to nursery. It's so funny. Let's go get him. And you get, good boy. Did you have a nice time? Here he is. I wanted to just show you, well, my camera's got a bit skewy. Let me just show you something that I've seen online, and I've just added it to my phone. Well, I added it recently, a few days ago. And it's good for if you don't like being on your phone whilst travelling. Can you see the little dots on my screen? Can you see them? So when you're in the car, and especially when you're travelling, you have these dots added on your screen, and it really helps with like any kind of motion. Now, I don't really get travel sick, but I don't like being on my phone whilst being a passenger. So you go into settings, accessibility, motion, reduce motion, motion cues. So I put them on automatic. Did you have it? He always gives me the bum to stroke. Did you have a good time at doggy daycare? Did you play with your friends? I think you made a new friend today. They sent me a photo of you with, I think it was a boxer. Were you playing with a boxer? I've had the doors open, but it is blowing a gale out there. It's feeling very blustery. Tom mentioned about Playing golf later as well. I'm a fair weather girly and I feel like that wind is probably going to be a bit too much. Anyway, I'm back home and I thought I would just show you quickly the bits that I got from Home Bargains. Not loads. The shop that I go to, it's a very small one. I need to find a good Home Bargains. There's got to be a good one. Help me out. I went to one once that I remember wasn't too far from here, and I have done as much investigative work as I possibly can to see if I can find this Home Bargains that I went to, because it was a good one. And I've been on Google Maps zooming in and like looking up all of the Home Bargains, but I can't find it. So if this is near you, please tell me. There's a big Home Bargains, a big car park in front of the Home Bargains, which is a big one. And then you like cross over a road or drive like roundabout across the other side of the road, and there's a big standalone M&S food hall as well. It's its own M&S food hall. So it's not like where I've been now, they're all in a row. It's not in a row, it was a standalone big Home Bargains and a big M&S food hall. Not even big M&S food hall. There wasn't any clothes or anything there. I don't think it was just M&S food. And I can't, for the life of me, remember where it is. Maybe I should go back on vlogs. I just don't know if I vlogged in there when I went. We'll keep investigating. I just need a good Home Bargains, essentially, that has lots of good homeware, Christmas decor at Christmas time. All the local ones that I seem to pop into, they're just not cutting it. So we've got a few snacks and random bits and bobs. I did pop into M&S Watson there and grabbed a watermelon feta salad. Very lazy, I suppose you could easily make that yourself, as I have done in the past, but anyway, I got this. This was a really random purchase in the pet section. These sort of things are usually, I'm sure these are usually £10–15. Big interactive play mat where you can pop some like pastes, freeze it even. You could even give them their dinner in there if they're a fast eater. And this was £2.99. So I grabbed it. And then also these are on offer 2 for £3, I think. So I grabbed some. We're not big crisp eaters, to be honest with you, but sometimes I just like having them in so that the option's there. Prawn cocktail we both love, and then I also saw that they do the Liam Perrins Worcestershire sauce. I've got these to stock up my cookie jar. And I got some Tim Tams as well, just the standard classic original. They did have a dark chocolate and a caramel, but I just went for the original. And then I've got some salad cream that we needed. Got a couple of gels for Tom. I got a couple of the Dubai bits just to try. I might do a little try session on TikTok or something of trying the Home Bargains Dubai style snacks. Got the little cones, the pralines, got the cookies, the chocolate. So we'll give them a try. And then let's see what this is like. Oud Wood was the scent that I went for. They're pretty garish, these bottles, I'm not gonna lie. If they're any good. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, that's really nice. I wouldn't say it's anything revolutionary, but the actual scent itself is lovely. This one, Oud Wood. It might be a bit too much for this time of the year. I feel like that could be more of an autumn winter scent. Oh no, it's not everything that I got. I also saw this just randomly in the beauty section. I thought I'd give it a try. A Charlie Tate London. We'll try it on. This is a peptide lip treatment. Oh yeah, you can feel the, it's almost got like a, when you first put it on, a bit of a grittiness to it. Not that much, just a very, very subtle bit. But it's very glossy, and as soon as it's rubbed in, they've gone now. I'm not getting much vanilla. I'm just getting plain. But it's a nice gloss to it. I'm gonna finish the rest of my sandwich, which I also picked up for my lunch. Ham and mozzarella wrap. These from M&S. They do a mozzarella and pesto one, which I love, but this one especially. I think it's the sweet tomato chutney that they put inside it with rocket. So, so delicious. Should we do a little refill of the cookie jar? All the rest of the Kilner jars are in the wash at the minute. Right, let's see if these are all going to fit in. I'll put the Tin cans in first. Tin cans, if you don't know, I'm sure you probably do by now, they're like an Australian brand that used to be really hard to, well, you used to just not be able to get it in the UK, but now obviously you can. They're like mini penguins, because I feel like penguins are a bit bigger than that, aren't they? Or at least I remember them to be. And then these are the winner. Tom prefers the bourbons, I'm more of the custard creams, but whichever we have, I'm eating them. Are we gonna fit the custard cream in as well, maybe? In fact, I might keep the custard cream separate for me because I know these ones in the cupboard are going to be custard creams because they look identical to the bourbon ones. So we'll just keep the actual bourbon ones in the cookie jar for now anyway. And there we have it. Cookie jar refilled. It's been a couple of hours and Tom and I popped out to Costco, so I thought I would vlog a couple of clips. Guys, they've got so many outdoor plants and trees at the minute, well worth having a look if you're wanting to spruce up your garden. But yeah, we were here to just get a couple of essentials, household essentials, and whilst we're in there I thought I would vlog. Guys, how cute is that 101 Dalmatians Lego? I used to love that film. Also, the new Emily English, they had loads of signed copies of her brand new cookbook, which I already have, so I didn't pick it up, but thought it was worth mentioning if you did want to have a look at it yourself. I also saw these dresses, which I thought were a great summer option to just throw on. Some really pretty flowers and the best cookies ever. Right, just before popping all these bits away, I thought I would show you a little Costco haul. We did obviously go via the food section and picked up a couple of cookies. Got half of mine for dessert tonight. A little Diet Coke and a hot dog to share. A couple of things to go downstairs. We've got the Fairy Non-Bio laundry conditioner and pods. Kitchen roll, toilet roll as well I store in the other room, so I've popped those bits away as well. What else have we got? Chopped tomatoes, some bagels, although just to note with the bagels, they are buy one get one free, so we had to do a dash back to the back of the store when they told us that at the till, and she says people do that all the time. So we went for the plain ones, also went for the everything bagels. Peppers, my goodness, these are gigantic, these red peppers. Got some passata, our absolute favourites, the Ortiz tuna, so we picked up 2 of those. Oh, this needs to go downstairs as well, some Vanish powder. Black pepper. Apparently these Kirkland Costco balls are really good, so we've got some new golf balls. Some Stone Inn Nocella olives. Some Italian sausages. These are my favourite snack, especially with hummus and dips for hosting as well. Pita chips. There's just something about a pita chip which is nice and thick and crunchy, but I think are always better than crisp. They just don't always have these in, so when I saw them, grabbed them, and this bag is huge as well. Got this to go in the fridge, just for like snacking on for lunches. Chicken and pesto pasta salad. Some chorizo. These are in the fridge section, but we just put them straight in the freezer so that they last, well, ages, basically until they're gone. They've never gone out of date because we always get through them, but they're kind of similar to the Costco ones that we had fresh from the bakery, but a lot smaller. We'll just pop a couple of these in an evening when we are fancying a naughty treat dessert. I got these for my eyes with like hay fever. I always find these are really handy. If you're also a contact lens wearer, you can use these eye drops with your contact lenses in. These are the other bagels, everything bagels, throwback to New York, and their bagels are really good because they're fresh, so they only last a couple of days, or you can bung them in the freezer, which is what we all do. Tom's already delved into this beef jerky. Shelled pistachios were all out, so I need to top up our pistachio jar. Some bin bags, got some sun-dried tomatoes, some pasta, and some salt. Oh, lastly, some fizzy water. And then also, which I've just used to prop the door open, we've got some Smart Patch Repair, which we're going to hopefully use on our grass, and hopefully it will help. I'll just show you what I mean. So giving Barney a little sweet treat that he's enjoying in the shade. Is that nice, puppy? Little fun idea for them. I basically just popped this. We had a little bit left of our Greek yogurt, which I just popped some frozen berries in, popped it in the freezer for a couple of hours, and he's now been enjoying this for a good, I want to say 20 minutes. Is that nice? Yeah, we've got a couple of patches in the grass that we're just going to reseed, and hopefully that Smart Patch Repair or whatever it's called from Costco will do the trick. I think a lot of the times it's to do with if I'm honest. I was always told that it's only the female hormones that produce the little patches where dogs wee on the grass, but I don't think it is. I think males can cause these little patches as well, because Barney will end up using a similar area to go for the toilet, to go for a wee, and it seems to be those same patches that get a bit worn down. So anyway, but apart from that, our grass is looking really healthy. It does struggle to come through here in this shaded area. We haven't reseeded this though, because I do think because it struggles so much, we will just commit to doing some kind of like a border area around here with some more plants and maybe even a little path. Also, how gross is this? I noticed it the other day. Can you see all of these dots along the wall? They're like little cases where ladybirds have hatched from. I didn't even know ladybirds hatch like that, but I tried to hose them off and they wouldn't come off. They're all empty. So I think we need to actually get the jet wash out too, or even a brush, like a dry brush, to brush them all off. But it's gross. It's real, like, is it called trichophobia, where it's like fear of holes? That's kind of what it reminds me of. It's gross. And bizarrely, it's just on that little section of the wall. The rest of the wall, there isn't any. So yeah, that's kind of gross. This is our little new robot lawnmower, and he is doing such a good job. You can even, there's a camera on the front where you can follow them, and you can even, using the app, create little patterns. You can set patterns. So we've got like a crisscross pattern at the moment, and then this monstrosity. We'll just not talk about it. That is my error, trying to be a nice girlfriend, getting a nice little surprise present, and it's bit me in the bum. I am going to wrap up today's vlog here. I hope you guys have enjoyed spending the day with me. Thumbs up, of course, if you have. Subscribe for more. I've just realised I've opened my bathroom window, so if you can feel the breeze or hear the breeze, you definitely can't feel it. If you can hear it through the microphone, apologies, but letting in some nice fresh air into the bathroom. Of course, also don't forget to check out Surrey via the link in my description box below and take advantage of that 20% off that I currently have, which is the code FreyaF. Like I said, for ease, I will leave that code as well as the link in the description box below for you. Thanks to them, thanks to you guys for watching. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, and I hope to see you all very soon in my next video. Bye guys.